Hello, my last gamer. Welcome to the video. I just wanted to let you know I do have a Discord and a Twitter if you ever want to interact with me or say hi or have a conversation. And if you ever want to catch these videos live, head over to my Twitch and my Kick and come hang out. I sometimes don't talk. That's unfortunately one of my mini quirks. Is my inability to formulate thoughts as my brain focuses in on what I'm doing, and then I just forget to speak. So I'm always up to hang out and chat with anyone that stops by. So hope you enjoyed the video. Alrighty, dighty. Welcome to Hollywood Animal. And as the first bit says, Hollywood Animal covers a large part of the 20th century in portrayal of many features of the film industry of the society as a whole, among them manifestations of discrimination, intolerance, and various other forms of violence. We believe that to ignore and suppress these matters, no matter how terrible and unfair they may seem, would be to pretend they never existed at all. Hmm. No. I have played a little bit of this game. I have also purged all the saves of that time. I did pretty fucking badly. And my experience so far, because I wasn't even going to ever record this game. I was just going to keep this as a private game until I realized hours had gone by. When I was also running myself into the ground monetarily. That I enjoyed the hell out of this game, and I want to bring that enjoyment to y'all. Uh, there's another game, I think it's in my library somewhere or something, I can't remember, called The Movies by Lionhead Studios, and I love that game, and I feel like no ever game has ever come close to that game realistically. And this game kind of captures its essence in a sense, but also does its own thing, which I really enjoy. Go through the introduction because it is very story-esque, the introduction, which I do love. This game, in my opinion, oozes personality out of every pore of its being. Mm. So, at least I have some early hurl knowledge that I won't fall into the same pit, hopefully, probably, maybe not. I will explain what I did whenever that time comes. Maybe it was just a bunch of extra expense that I probably should have took on early. Just like, oh yeah, build. Oh yeah, build. Oh yeah, build. Oh yeah, build. And I'm like, why am I like running out of money? I was like, where the hell did the music go? But I guess I clicked out of the window. Whoops. The New Year 1929, the hedonism of the 20s gives way to the Great Depression. Advent of the talkies heralded the golden age of Hollywood. gave life, and life gives a way to the cinema, my brain. Film companies fiercely compete for the market influence. The strong devour the weak. You purchase you purchase a bankrupt studio to build a new business on its ruins. Mm, I like that Fox's one. Huh. Mm, the Lost Galaxy Studio. Because I'm assuming I don't have to put studio in the title. It was made by actors and directors for film studio employees, people who quietly keep the machine running behind the scenes. What are the names? I'm not going to change any of their names. Legal executive Fred Lawson, public relations executive Anna Rose, financial executive Johnny Payne. Of course, Johnny Payne. Along with the studio grounds, you receive the footage from the unfinished movie. Filming is complete, but never edited. You need to complete the picture. What is this movie? Lump and Luke? Action adventure. Blind Love. A romance comedy. More romance, less comedy. Messenger of Death. Detective thriller. Um, in the first time I played, I touched with the Messenger of Death, and I think I will be doing the Messenger of Death again. Events Prison Break. One gloomy morning, seven Quintin bounty prisoners stunned the guards, snuck into the warehouse, and escaped. The prison hidden in a truck. Most of the fugitives were serving theft and assault, but one of them was a true menace. Antagonist, serial killer. Prisoner's name was Nick Crowley, but the papers call him the Courier. He brought flowers to young women and killed them. After 5 murders, the police captured the Courier on a lucky break. But they never... the brain. But they were never able to determine his motive. The maniac's first victim was his own fiancée, but the choice of the rest of the girls seemed random. But the very next day after they escaped, the courier already returned to his old way, dressed as like a messenger, delivering flowers to young Rita Peterson, then stabbed her to death. Bill Zeman, Rita's fiance, returned from work that evening to find his beloved dead upon the floor, as his own desperate screams echoed through the neighborhood. Nick Crowley plays Edward Peterson. Protagonist, detective. Bill had little faith in local police, so he hired a private investigator, Harry Burroughs. Harry was a young man, but he had a sharp wit and a keen mind. Even enough, my brain, I cannot speak. Enough to solve dozens of difficult cases, even earn him a reputation of genius. Rita and I had just gotten engaged, Bill Zeman offered helplessly as Harry examined the crime scene. The police had already taken away the body. The bouquet of roses remained on the living room floor. Compliments of the courier. So we got Joe Duvall playing Harry Burroughs. Supporting cast sidekick. Harry looked around the house and talked to the neighbors, but couldn't catch a lead. He decided to contact Kathy Watts, a journal to cover the Courier's murders in detail. Kathy came right away carrying a hefty file. She got right to the point. After the previous murders, I talked to Crowley's friends and learned about a cheap old shack he acquired long ago. It's past the city limits, headed north. I told the police about the place. They arrested Crowley 2 years ago, but they brushed me off. They figured the case was already closed. Bessie Patterson plays Kathy Watts. Search for the killers, the next phase. Harry and Kathy hit the road. Soon enough, they found the right house. It was a broken down hut, obviously unsuitable to live in, but our heroes then saw a man in the front of the house locking the door. As Harry's car approached, the stranger took off running towards the woods. Harry drew his gun and leapt from the car, but the man was already gone. Scared him off. Let's have a look inside. With that, Harry kicked the door down. The shack was practically empty. A carved wooden box drew Harry and Kathy's attention. Inside were 6 diamond rings, trophies. Rita Patterson was recently engaged to the courier, and the courier was engaged to his first victim. What about the rest of the girls? Harry asked. Kathy flipped through the documents and was full. Interesting. All the victims were soon to get married. Harry and Kathy trawled through the recent newspapers looking for engagement announcements. 2 couples surfaced. Rita and Bill, a tragedy already familiar to us, and also a certain Sandy Wick and her fiancé Tom. Harry and Kathy visits Sandy, who was happy to speak about yesterday's strange injury. Yes, some messenger came with a bouquet of roses. No cards, no note, just a bouquet. I decided it must be some kind of mistake. And didn't take the flowers. The messenger apologized and left. Harry immediately had a plan. He and Kathy hired a photographer and posed as an engaged couple. They made sure to capture Harry's rented brick house, the one and only in the area. They advertised their engagement in the newspaper's morning edition, and paid the extra $10 to have the photo printed besides the article. At noon the next day was a knock at the door. Kathy opened it, and stood there Nick Crow, the courier, smiling nervously in the door. It's from a secret admirer. Kathy feigned delight, took the roses, and ran, put in a vase, leaving the door wide open. The courier stepped into the house, pulled out a knife, raised it, and then a pistol at his temple. Harry's pistol. Finale, antagonist gets punished. Harry grew wild. You don't understand. 2 years ago I was supposed to marry my dear Rachel. When suddenly she started receiving anonymous bouquets, I became jealous. But when she laughed and accepted all the flowers, no matter how many or how secret they might be, 1 week later I cut her in some jerk's collar. All these animals are the same. First they say it's only flowers, and then they break your heart. They deserve their punishment. Harrier won't be delivering any more flowers this time. He was sentenced to the electric chair. Wins, Harry adds another wins to his list of cases, and Kathy wrote about the courier calling the messenger of death. Shows the commercial appeal, the higher it is, more easy the film to succeed. General audiences. Movies artistic appeal, higher it is, the more recognized it can be expected from the sophisticated audience. They smoke a lot there. I need to drink coffee. Film's commercial appeal may change after each development. Messenger of Death received ratings after the script was complete. The writer Mob Fox loved writing detective stories. Thanks to his experience and talent, the investigation turned out to be suspenseful and intriguing. Three elements came together to form a coherent whole. Fucking 7-star fucker. After pre-production, the film's rating rose even higher. Casting famous actors is a sure set way to boost commercial and artistic appeal, but other factors influenced the ratings, including quality scenery and modern equipment. Note that Joe Duvall is fucking dead. I think he was the supporting character. Or like the... Well, he was a... This was the protagonist. Wait, no, he was the protagonist. I can't remember. Yeah, he was the protagonist. This was the killer. This was the sidekick. After production phase, the film's commercial appeal declines. The lead actor became seriously ill. He couldn't fight and looked too thin. However, the film's artistic appeal grew. Duvall tried to make up for his lack of physique with the subtlety of his acting. Production problems reflected a lengthened production schedule. Unfortunately, the actor passed away after filming. Which, that gotta suck. You make this film and you die. Now, that is a budget that is astronomically high, I feel, for the time. So I'm gonna do inflation calculator on the phone. This is like 1929. I'm gonna do for safety 30s. $431,000. That is $8 million US. Just for one film. Back in the 1930s. It's not even done yet, too. This is how creators of Messenger of Death imagine their potential audience. When you start shooting your own picture, you'll identify your own audience. These adults. Messenger of Death is a subtle psychological thriller, dark atmosphere, engaging dialogue with a film's audience that was adult men and women who enjoy serious tones and intricate plots. Time to send the village to a post-production stage. Now, I try to use the best quality for every single film. We also need to decide who will develop the film record, music, sound effects outside of contractors are always ready to help with this. So higher cost, but better quality and quicker delivery most of the time. Music hold actually takes longer. I'd rather have that. And as you also see, this also doesn't, like, the longest one is affecting it, not the, not, it's not like a total time, because all three doing it at the same time. You plan out production director until you sign a department head, nothing will get done. Hire employees first, hire HR department exec. And we're gonna hire... Wait, what is the... I'm gonna hire the one that's cheaper, obviously. I'll hire a maintenance exec. Where's between these two? I'm gonna hire the one with better loyalty. For 4 years. Got the distribution head. Level 3. Finally, the post-production head. Now, this one I'm actually going to go for the lower level, because she has the ability to spend money on upgrades, and that's actually important later. So quickly, begun, you can see how far along it is. I wonder if I start working on a new movie at the ability department for that. Okay, it's 1929. I'm gonna check again. How much money do I actually have in 1929? $7.564. I have 142 million right now because of inflation. Script department. But this part I don't understand why, how it acts and goes. The first time around, I was like, let me just use McCrabb and Sons, might as well just invest in the best quality. No, I'm doing Lexa. Because, cheap. Stays ready. I'll do my first save. I never did look at this calendar. A drama comedy about a sewer? Sure. Critics hated the movie. Audiences were like, yeah, it's good. It's okay. Johnny Payne. I got divorced a couple years ago, and I figured I was out of chance until I met Gilda. We spent all our time together. We can't get enough of each other. I always liked that at the beginning, but for a year now, we wish we're like a drug to each other. I feel guilty even mentioning it, but when Gilda visits me at work, I absolutely cannot concentrate. She interrupts me. Yesterday, they nearly made a mistake in paper that cost the studio a lot of money. Please do me a favor, help me fight this addiction. Let's introduce some kind of access control so Gilda can't walk into my office. Yes, my heart will be broken like any drug addict, but I hate to hurt your business and ruin my career. Now, I'd be like, kind of like it's one of those, like, are you crazy? Enjoy what you can, but the problem is also, he is my financial exec. If he fucks up on paperwork, there's probably a lot of problems gonna happen. So, yeah, I'll help you fight your addictions. Samuel Webster. Construction on the script department is going according to plan so far. There's a small snag. According to the architect's vision, a large red leaf maple should be at the center of the decorative element. The constructor found a tree. They found a suitable tree in a reserve on the border between Orlando and Minnesota, and had already agreed on the price of transportation, but the inspector issued the permit playing coy. He says he can't say how long the paper will take, maybe a week, maybe a month, or maybe two. You know as well as I do, sometimes you can grace the gears. $200 and the tree will be on the road to California tonight. I don't want all our plans to be disrupted because some petty bureaucrat. What do you think? Let's hope he chokes on his table straps. We got the undocumented financials. Okay, I want to do a calculation. I want to see how much that actually is. 6,300. It's $118,000 right there. Yeah, money's worth a lot more back in this day than it is today. Because you can spend cash. Also, you're like an amazing employee. Even though you cost a lot. Alright, so our first view is a detective thriller, so I would like to keep that. In it, I'd like to do action. These are the scriptwriters: Bernard Larson, Felix Hill, and Walter West. Alright, what ideas do they got? They got an action or an action. We're gonna do the one about a cop. We're not gonna do this weird detective medieval thing. We got a racist, we got a gambler, and we got a lazy person. Now, this is the part where upgrades come in. This is also the first thing I always work on is the story workshop. I can make my own scripts. I could technically spend like a lot of money to get 5 quicker days, but that is not worth it. There is researches that are extremely long, so there's the times that money actually is worth it. Now we gotta build the pre-production and the post-production. Before I do that, I'm going to set up the upgrades of the stations. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to hire the repair crew. It's going to take 500 days. We're also going to go to the legal department. We're going to upgrade our legal defense. Financial department, get the option to get a loan, because I thought this was just getting a loan outright, but I realized that's not. And then we got the HR department, so we want to get services. And then next is we want to upgrade the PR department to get double reputation points for profitable films. Next up on the distribution is the first time I got theater management. I don't think I'm gonna get the time through the first. I'm going to get market outreach. So I can do marketing my own self. It's only important because we're going to have to do marketing at some point. Now we got the first time I went with the sound lab or sound studio. This one will be a quicker one. I'll go for the sound studio again. Reproduction over here. Built by Lux Construction. Build the production. Over here, the quarter. Now, I'm also going to build these other buildings, which is the engineering facility. Because as soon as I can get these built, the better. Lux Construction. We're going to get the producer's office. I'll put over into production. We're also going to get security. Put it over here into the script writers. Film's commercial and artistic rating. I don't think they did, Gabe. I think that bugged out because it went down the last time. The first time I did this tutorial. News calendar displays all the films being shown across America in the foreseeable future. The previous studios have released film. Oh. Previous owners are shows a release date. You'll see a release date for the next film. You don't just own the studio, but the whole network of 91 cinemas. Run your film in your own cinemas for free, but they're not going to be enough to reach the whole audience. So if rent other theaters, if you want a solid box office receipts. The studio's previous owners already arranged and paid for the rental costs the first week. Your students 7,000 times 3 across 3,000 screens. It'll take place in your cinemas, leaving 4,000 screens across other cinemas. The next time, you'll have to plan and pay for the rental costs yourselves. Screening rental out for 4 weeks release. Once they expire, you'll extend rentals if you think the film can still make a profit. They'll start printing the film tomorrow. Then be ready for distribution once it's already finished printing. The printing speed cost may vary by contractor. The studio previous owners already paid for all of that. Okay. See promotion for 4 weeks premiere. So advertising has a few weeks before the premiere, gaining momentum. The studio's previous owners already arranged for advertising campaign, but the future decide to do that yourself. Well, now you gotta pick the audience. Now, unfortunately, I think that opening bit about the first movie is the only time we get any story like that. I don't remember seeing anything else like that. Gatsby Messenger of Death is a surefire hit, a feral film by a young star. The story has soul, but will waste if it's released, unless it's released at the right moment. The studio's former owners were mindful about these things. They scheduled production carefully. They chose a good window for releasing the film, right when the public would get hungry. and practically no competition. But when the old studio closed doors, those parasites from Mag Pictures decided Messenger Death would never see the light of day. I don't know who was pulling their strings, but they convinced a lot of theater owners to give them our slots. The film margins are releasing instead. My brain. The film Margins is releasing it in their stead. Doesn't have a title yet. You know, the kind of slot they serve in the audience. They're probably like yesterday's fart or wet armpits. I I was jump scared by my phone. I had an alarm to wake up, and I forgot to turn it off because I woke up early. The truth's on our side. We have all the documents, but a court battle will be long and pointless. We will we'll miss the moment and have no competition. Composition will cover that. Instead, I suggest we use all of our connections and influence to remind them that our agreement have to be honored by Braid. All right, let's let them know a deal's a deal. Get their slots back. And it's been influence to advance your interest and solve problems in various unconventional ways. Mm. Really chill. I love money from people. They seem like good guys. They had honest eyes. I'm a great judge of people. But now some annoying jerks is following me around ever demanding I pay off the debt. I returned the whole amount. I'd return the whole amount today, but I need a little time to recoup. You know, they say you might be strong, but the cards are already stronger. All that nonsense. By the way, I'll show the cards who's boss. He let me go for a couple months while I sort out this mess. Can't really do anything. Mm. Why the hell are you both so cheap? Like the happier guy. These actors are named after studio change ownership. What are their names? Jane Fisher, Jared Fridge, Russell Simmons, Gabriel Rowowski, Peter Harris, David Gutschman. Directors who stayed Anthony Campbell and Lewis Matthews. First set of. First thing is I want is a casting office. Linda Globe, an actor. Legendary Linda Globe is back in the sale nearly. Back to sale nearly. Yeah, honey, I know you expect me to start a new film right away, but you're used to talking. It was taking longer than I expected. You gotta understand bird that's used to flying in the clouds can't dive down to the bottom of the ocean without a little preparation first. Doing speech exercises with masters of the stage, stretching out my vocals, drinking egg cocktails, getting the velvety voice in the morning. You can already notice difference. That's right, honey. So please, I'm begging you. I really am begging you. In 3 more months, I'll be ready for my first talk and roll. You'll see your patience. You'll see your patience will pay off. Yeah, I don't need an actress right now. I'm still setting shit up. You could have more time off. You get the job because you offer. Wait a second. You have more loyalty, and I'm gonna value it over just the miscellaneous stuff. So we got that. We got production support. Mm. I want to actually get this because I didn't get this last time I played. Jane Fisher. Hey, Linda Globe's coming back out of retirement, or what I actually heard that she never retired at all. She just went off to work on her voice so she can steal even more roles from us. It's too much to hope for that greedy bitch is finally retired. There's gotta be an ounce of justice in this business. I'll take that into consideration. Mm, I'll take you, because I don't like spinning influences again unless I actually have to. Producer's office. Producers can run 2 projects at the same time. I'm not going to spend anything on that. Before I forget, I need to build the soundstage. I'll put it over here next to the production using the Lexica construction. Mm. Mm. Hmm. I'm gonna go with my original path. Having writers can develop more new story elements. Ooh, baby. You can entrust your security to employee protection. I want this story workshop. I want it now. Okay, the attack mine, I'm just going to eat it out. Kino Mark rating measurement of the audience reviews of the day of the premiere. If you're sure about your release, if you're sure you released a quality film but people weren't appreciating it, you've lured the wrong target audience. Roxy Cox. Fun Times, a movie that will consistently keep you in suspense. The main villain is so creepy, you can faint. You will watch this film of dreams about knife coming, about the knife scene for a long time. Earl McKinney, thrilling crimes, excellent detective story. Little mirrors with the tragic fate of the film star. Could this really be a coincidence? Jeanette Foley, Southern Night. You might find it difficult to sit through the beautiful, chilling film, but Joe Duvall's triumph rewards its effort. His death is tragedy to every woman. Cornelius Scorpion exclusive cinematic library. Fascinating farewell to a real actor's actor. Tragedy that the film's title turned out to be prosthetic for a beloved Joel Duvall. We spent so much money on this fucking film. Well, I did. The previous guys did, so it's kind of more free for me. You. Cheap as hell. So the first thing I think I want to do is I'm gonna get gonna take a long time, so I'm gonna get the technology convention first because then I'll next time get upgrades. The first upgrade will be on the quality of film. So now we can make our own story. Work in progress. It's an everything movie! It's everything at once! No. Action detective movie in a modern American city. Remember, not every film needs an antagonist. A romantic comedy, for instance, can do without clearly defined villain. Alright, so we're gonna get it's the top for this one. Murder. Gonna get a shootout. The antagonist gets killed. Yeah, I'm making it more of a detective film that has like an action set piece near the end. Like just a shootout. The first week too successful, the film is making a lot of money at the box office, paying rental fees. We can make sure to extend, keep paying for another 4 weeks in the same terms. So, audience attendance, 99. Security personnel sign up bodyguards gaining experience for 6 and Republic attacked. I love how that takes 1,500 days. Operations Center, you can organize kidnapping murders and the like. Security services, where you can organize surveillance investigations of employees. Investigate any employee beatings. Okay, that does sound helpful. I also forgot to rename that title, but I know you can rename it once it goes into production. This movie is garbage. You always want your scriptwriters doing something. Production. I want a scouting office because it allows us to scout for better locations. How much speed would I get if there's just 100k? Sure, why not? I'm gonna try to get that going faster. The sooner I get that, the better I get film locations. Our aesthetic staff. Employees won't throw attention if you cheap out in landscaping. Get those 2 new buildings. Got the casting office. Start construction. We'll put it near the opening of the facility. We got services. Provide your employees in Hollywood Fairy Motels. That is a massive fucking facility. classic construction because it's cheap and quick. Send it for another 4 weeks. What's the finances looking? Then the globe. I feel my vocal cords strengthening. My timbre is developing, and I'm honing my dictation. Soon I'll be the star of the stage as well as the screen. Professional growth takes time. Could you give me another 2 months to do my training course? I promise when I'm back, I'm set. My acting skills will blow you away. She's a 2-star. Okay, take 2 months. But like I'm making movies, so like I need you immediately. I want to check something. Mm. I'll hire 3 security guards. Yeah, no, it's over. I should not keep going any further. Saw by 14 million people. Pouring out the pile of documents we inherited, and I came across something rather interesting. It turns out, previously we promised late Joe Duvall 25% of the box office for the film Master's Death. It seems that the condition was added at the last minute, introduced as an addendum to the main contract just a few days before his death. No one even warned us about it. Apparently, the Duvall family doesn't even know about it. What difference should it make to them over the 5 years? The guy starred 8 hits. His interior should be enough for several generations. Not that it ever would be anyway. Of course, people enjoy Duvall's money, or his drunk father's 2 aunts do. The box office is substantial, and the percentage we owe him is 800,000. Should we contact Rilla and tell him to start looking for another beach fielder? Hmm. Why do I feel like I'm gonna get a lawsuit? If your loyalty is not that high, I feel like he's just going to like rat me out. And Rose, is your fucking loyalty in the gutter? A bunch of French magazine holding a semi-secret party in Los Angeles at the end of the month. People say that we're preparing a big story about American cinema. Apparently, the editor-in-chief is fascinated about Hollywood. It would be a great chance to studio to make a name for yourself, but unfortunately, only A-list actors invited to the event. Nice to have one like that. But ridiculous thing exists and bid the need for fraud. Don't be ridiculous. Great idea, but at the end of the month, we'll sign a contract with someone suitable. Of course, why would it not try to take advantage of this? Actors, directors may name themselves, can receive special particulars of artistic recognition that reflects their political and critical appearance. Take decades to achieve such status, but sometimes all it takes is a few outstanding achievements. Alright. I'm going to sign an actor. Mm. Be a promising talent or a rising star. No. Free agents. A superstar. Why do you have such low for costs? Is it because you're ancient? Oh my god! Okay, I was like, that was about to go like 800. Superstar contract type. Self-importance is in the gutter. Loyalty. Alright, I'm gonna try to snag her for a 3-year contract. So I gotta pay 40 grand for a contract. 40 grand for a superstar, even though she is old. She still probably is really good as an actor. And Jared White, who is also 40. He's also a rising star. And he has a 9.7. Alright, I'm gonna walk up and hire this man. For 3-year contracts. For 44 grand. Now, I wonder if there's producers out there as well. Right. What is our employees for producers wise? A 3.5 and a 2.9. I could go for double Douglas Garfield. He's going to probably be pretty expensive to get on board. Okay, 3.7. Hear you for a 3-year contract. Editor. I don't think there's any more better editors. First pairs are great. And Zero White shone brightly as any other star. Maybe our new competitors will stop looking down on us. The script ratings are higher. Script ratings are even higher than the writer's score because of how well the story elements fit. The most successful combinations: action shootout, cop angry boss, cop murderer, detective modern city cop. The more better the elements of the story, you just like kind of slam the elements together. So we're gonna get our first. The places where the events of the film take place, the characters spend most of their time in these locations, highlighted in gold. Most of the filming takes place there. Only minor scenes will be filmed at the secondary locations. We decided to see which scenes are shot at the soundstage, which would be a better location. Select quality. It's on location quality. On the soundstage, location involves filming equipment and scenery design, outdoors, emphasis on the beauty and aesthetic of the natural scenes. You can plan to film some on a screen of soundstage. Select the soundstage you want to use. Always change your mind about the movie. Total filming time is some days plus the Saturdays. Total filming is the sum of filming days on each location plus all the Saturdays and Sundays between. So I'm guessing that just means they have to travel somewhere. The Dupler. Get this percentage. Get 50 extras. And we get plenty crew. Get the producer, the director. I'm gonna hire a director. Ours is 4.2. You know what? I'll keep our current director. We will get Gerald White as our cop. Peter Harrison as the angry boss. Lately, I hear age is just a number. Even 80 person can feel young, but when people go to the movies, they expect they're more conservative. Everyone wants to either be younger with the evil source to be earlier. Just pulling that out. Peter Harrison will be the murderer. Actually, never doubt your competence, just a little advice. Choose actors at least the same level with the script. Script good, but actors allows you to drag down the film. Alright, I'll hire another brand new actor. I should hire him for this one movie. He'll be the cop, because he's the young actor. Angry Boss will be the... Actually, no, I'm gonna switch around. I'm gonna make Peter Harris the Angry Boss at the younger cop, and then Gerald White is the killer. This is a shootout in it. I'm gonna go with Big City Shooter. I'm gonna take a slight little break and then we'll continue. Thank you for stopping by and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a subscription, leave a comment, a like. Maybe head over to my Twitch and Kick and follow me there and say hi. I hope you have a great, wonderful rest of your day.
The night is young, but it feels so old.